currently.
In compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice has been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. This notice is also posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board. I'd like everyone to stand, and we'd like to have a moment of silence for William Watson Jackson, who everybody knew as Tex, who passed away this week. Thank you. Next, we're going to have an invocation from Councilman Messler.
Dear Lord, please protect the emergency services of the town of Mountainside, the police, the fire, and the first aid squad. Please protect our citizens as they go about their business. Please protect the soldiers that protect us. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sue, can we have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Andre?
Here.
Councilman Deerkiss?
Here.
Councilman Messler?
Here.
Councilman Mormon?
Here.
Okay, now I'm going to, although we're going to have the approval of the minutes for the regular and executive session meetings on August 21st, 2018.
So moved.
We have a
Second.
we have a motion, we have a second, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Deerkiss?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mormon?
Yes.
Next, we have the approval of the minutes for the work and executive session meetings on September 4th of 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Abstain.
Councilman Deerkiss?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mormon?
Yes.
Next, we're going to have the appointment of a new council member, and I want to, at this time, turn the matters over to John Post, our borough attorney.
Thank you, Mayor. Wendy Fetch-Kakamo, who was a member of the Borough Council, was forced to resign by reason of health, and that created a vacancy in the council, which now has to be replaced or filled. Under the law, the first task to be accomplished was that the Mountainside Republican Committee had to provide a list of 3 people that they thought would be suitable or appropriate members to take Ms. Fetch-Kakamo's seat here on the Borough Council. They have done that. That is, the Mountainside Republican Committee has done that. And the 3 names that they provided to the Borough Council were Gary White, Rachel Papin, and
Pater.
and Kathy Jackowitz.
Jackson. Come on, John, we got to get you up to speed on this.
So, having received those names from the Mountainside Republican Committee, the Borough Council now has to make a selection from the 3 as to who is going to fill Ms. Fetch-Kakamo's seat, and that's the task that's to be addressed at this moment. Mr. Mayor?
At this time, one of the names that was submitted was Kathy Jackson. She has a statement that she would like to make. You can come up, yep.
Hi, I'm here tonight to express my support for the newly appointed councilwoman, Rachel. Congratulations. And everything that I've heard about Rachel has indicated that she has the skills and values to be a tremendous asset to our borough of Mountainside. As a concerned citizen, reading through her biography assured me that Rachel has the kind of grit, determination, and leadership that has earned her the right and earned her the responsibility needed to take care of a council member duties. She has earned also a basketball scholarship to St. John Fisher College, which took her to the 1990 National Championship, as well as her service history here in our community that has been an invaluable role and will be one for the councilwoman. I look forward to seeing how Rachel will work with our current council and mayor and wish her all the best of luck in keeping our town the gem that it is. So thank you very much. And good luck.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Gary White could not be here tonight, but he did submit a letter, and Councilman Mortimer is going to read that letter.
I am sorry I'm unable to attend tonight's meeting in person. Due to prior commitments, I am presently in Colorado celebrating my son Eric's 26th birthday, which is today, and therefore I am unable to attend tonight's meeting. I am honored that my name has been put in nomination to fill the unexpired term of Wendy Fetch-Kakamo. Her departure leaves big shoes to fill. As many of you know, I firmly believe Mountainside is an excellent place to live. Over the past few weeks, I've gotten to know one of the other people nominated. I believe Rachel Pater is the best choice for moving Mountainside forward while not forgetting why Mountainside is such a great place to live. Rachel, her husband Matt, and 2 sons moved to Mountainside because it is a good place to raise a family, and she has become involved in numerous activities in town. Her professional experience fits in well with the skills needed to be on council. I give Rachel Pater my unequivocal endorsement to replace Wendy Fetch-Caccamo on the Borough Council. Gary W. White.
Thank you, Glenn.
You're welcome.
So at this time, I'm going to introduce Resolution 105, 2018, having a vacancy in the position of council member under NJSA 40A:16-1, 40A:16-5, and 40A:16-11. The Republican Committee has submitted 3 nominees for consideration of the governing body to that position, and has selected Rachel Pater under this resolution until such time as a newly elected council member is sworn into office following the 2018 election pursuant to NJSA 40A:16-5. Can I have someone give me a motion for that resolution?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Moore?
Yes.
At this time, I ask Rachel to come forward, and we have the pleasure of having Congressman Leonard Lance here tonight, who's going to swear Rachel in tonight. So if you want to come forward, come on, guys, you're holding the Bible, so let's go. Do your job.
You too, Matt.
They don't
Over there.
Yeah, come over by the microphone. Where's the Bible?
JD can take pictures.
Would you please raise your right hand and place your left hand on the Bible? I, Rachel Pater,
I, Rachel Pater,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
justly perform
and justly perform
all of the duties of
all of the duties of
a council member
a council member
of the Borough of
of
Mountainside.
the Borough of Mountainside.
Help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Needs a pen? Congressman?
You got to sign it too, Rachel, and then you got to come up here.
First. An honest congressman, I'm giving the pen back. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Leonard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Right here.
Yeah, Keith Snyder. The next proclamation, I am, with great sadness as well as great pride, going to offer to the council. It's for someone who gave a lot of service to Mountainside. Everyone, I'm sure that knew Tex. One thing everybody could agree on is he was a character and we all loved him. So let me read this proclamation. Whereas William Watson Jackson, who was known to us as Tex, moved to Mountainside with his wife Elsa when he was 30 years old. And whereas for the next 50 years, Tex and Elsa lived at their home on Forest Hill Way, raised 4 children, and fully engaged themselves in the life of our community. Whereas after a long battle with cancer, Tex passed away at home on September 16th, 2018, in the loving embrace of his family. Whereas throughout his life, Tex repeatedly responded to the call of duty, whether to serve his country as a U.S. Marine, to serve us here in Mountainside as a member of the Borough Council from 1988 to 1997, or his fellow depositors as members of the Board of Directors of the Provident Bank when it transitioned to becoming a publicly owned institution. Whereas Tex was possessed of a keen intelligence, a rapier wit, and an infectious sense of humor that enabled him to bring moments of grace, amusement, and laughter to the most difficult of circumstances. Whereas we will all miss Tex. Now therefore be it resolved that on behalf of a grateful community, we extend to the family of Tex Jackson our heartfelt condolences for their loss. Can we have a motion for this proclamation?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Proclamation is so moved.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Okay, thank you. Till tomorrow. Okay, next we have the proclamation for the Girl Scout Troop 40499, the Silver Award Project. Councilman Deanna. Councilwoman Deanna, excuse me. Uh-oh.
Andre.
I'm really gonna get in
Andre.
trouble tonight.
They're first going to start showing us what they've accomplished before we read the proclamation, if that's okay.
Sure. Thanks, Frank.
So this is a picture of the tennis court grass area after they ripped out some of the trees in the fall of 2017.
So this is after we replanted and created a rock runoff system into the sewage, so that way we would not have flooded areas upstream.
This is a picture of the flagpole area that we replanted, and this is after.
That's it? Okay.
All right, excellent.
Thank you.
You know, stay up. Stay stand, please.
Good.
Oh, they have more.
Oh, you have more? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what is the Silver Award and what was our Silver Award? A Silver Award is the highest award a Girl Scout cadet can earn. Our Silver Award was beautifying our Townsboro Hall.
How did we achieve our project? We met with Councilmember Deanna Andre to discuss project ideas. We wrote a proposal to the Mountainside Beautification Committee to get our project finalized. Then we met with a local landscaper to discuss our desired result. It was finally time to start the labor part of our project. We started by weeding and turning over soil. After we seeded and fenced the area so our work wouldn't get ruined. We also turned rocks into a drainage system. We watered the flagpole area and grass area every day. We removed the fencing around the grassy area and continued to water all throughout the summer and the month of September. How is our plan going to be carried out? Younger Girl Scouts can water the area for part of their community service hours in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to stand up here. I'd just like to read the proclamation for you. Whereas during the summer and spring months, 4 members of the Girl Scout Troop 40499 worked as a group to earn the Silver Award. And whereas the Girl Scout Silver Award is the second highest award of the Girl Scouts of the USA and the highest award that a Girl Scout cadet can earn. And whereas members of Troop 40499 proposed the revitalized of the area surrounding the flagpole memorial and the area near the tennis courts located at the Mountainside Municipal Building. And whereas the troop members raised money for the project by having bake sales and through donations. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council of Little Mountainside recognizes their achievements and congratulates the following girls on their great accomplishments. County Post. Thank you so much. And then this is Osteen. Thank you. And we're missing Naomi Meyer, which we will give to one of the leaders. So thank you very much. Congratulations.
Okay, now back to our regular duties. Next, we have resolutions. We have Resolution 106-2018. Glenn?
After the receipt of bids for the sanitary sewer replacement on Dunn Parkway under contract 2018-9, Borough Engineer Michael Disco recommends the bids be rejected because they exceeded the borough's cost estimates for the project substantially, and the specs will now need to be revised. So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes. Councilwoman Pater.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
How quickly we forget. Next, we have the Resolution 106-2008, which I'm going to be reading.
107, 2000.
107? Okay. Okay, 107, 2018, whereas the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside is aware that Friday, September 21st, has been declared as POW MIA Remembrance Day, and whereas all Americans everywhere owe a special debt of gratitude and a responsibility for remembering and honoring those who have given so much to make us all free and secure in this, our national homeland. And a recognition day is a fitting testament and remembrance for all of us for the sacrifices of our POWs and MIA veterans. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that it is hereby declares Friday, September 21st, 2018 as POW MIA Remembrance Day in the Borough of Mountainside, and urges all citizens of Mountainside to make a special effort to give thanks and to remember the sacrifices rendered to us by all of these noble sons and daughters of America. Can I get a motion for that resolution,
So
please?
moved.
We have a motion, can we have a second? Okay, poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patter?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 108, 2018. Bob?
Yes, this resolution will authorize the borough to enter into an agreement with the County of Union for the purpose of the annual leaf disposal program at the rate of $2 per loose yard and $4 per yard compacted, as recommended by the Public Works Manager, Ron Romack. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patter?
Yes.
And Mayor, we'll be using the county's garbage truck to collect the leaves like we've done in the last year, so utilizing shared services that we have.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Okay, next we have Resolution 109-2018, and that would be Glenn.
This resolution will authorize Borough Engineer Michael Disco to apply to the Department of Transportation for a grant to make paving improvements on Creek Bed Road under the New Jersey Transportation Trust Fund Authority Act.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hatter?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 110-2018. Deanna?
As recommended by the borough's Chief Financial Officer, Jill Good, this resolution will cancel an unreceived balance in the record from the Union County Municipal Alliance Grant in the amount of $432.48, and Union County History Grant in the amount of $1,200.
We have a motion, we have a second. Bless you.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hatter?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 111-2018. Rachel, you want to take that?
Yes. At the recommendation of the Borough Court Administrator, Cindy West, this resolution welcomes Zanny Lopez to our borough's family of employees, filling the vacant post of Deputy Court Administrator at an annual salary of $47,000 with full benefits, beginning a 90-day probationary period effective August 27th, 2018.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hatter?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 112-2018. Renee?
As required by the Suburban Municipal Joint Insurance Fund, this resolution affirms the borough's policy in compliance with all federal regulations pertaining to, but not limited to, the Federal Civil Rights Act of 1964, as subsequently amended under the New Jersey Law Against Discrimination, the American with Disabilities Act, and the Conscientious Employee Protection Act.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hatter?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 113-2018. Bob?
Yes, having received two bids for the contract 2018-8 resurfacing Chipmunk Hill, this resolution, at the recommendation of Borough Engineer Michael Disco, will approve the award to the lowest bidder, that being Denbar Construction Incorporated, Kenilworth, New Jersey, in the amount of $155,557.40, pending attorney review. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hatter?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 114-2018, which I'll introduce. Whereas on September 18th, 2018, the governing body adopted a resolution appointing Robert Vary to be a hearing officer to hear disciplinary charges against Thomas Murphy. Whereas the attorney representing Lieutenant Murphy has objected to such appointment and requested that a different hearing officer be appointed, and whereas pursuant to NJSA 40:11-13.2B, the governing body may reject all bids where it has reserved the right to do so in the invitation to bid, and whereas the lowest bid substantially exceeds the contracting unit's appropriation for goods and services. Now therefore be it resolved that David Paris is hereby substituted for Robert Vary as the hearing officer to hear disciplinary charges against Thomas Murphy. Someone make a motion for that resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hatter?
Yes.
Okay, next we have the second reading on ordinance number 1268-2018.
Me. Yeah, an ordinance amending Article 10, Section 1006A of the Land Use Ordinance of the Borough of Mountainside. This is a change in state regulations regarding sheds. Sheds exceeding 200 square feet will require a construction permit.
We have a motion, do we have no, I'm sorry, this is
Public input.
on a second reading, so there is public input. So if anyone has anything to say about this ordinance, now they can come forward and make comment.
And to clarify it, it was basically the state changed rules were 100 square feet. What is the minimum now? You don't need a permit below 200 square feet, correct?
That's correct.
Somebody want to close the public?
Seeing no public input, I move this section be closed.
All in favor of closing the public input, say aye.
Aye.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Osmer?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patter?
Yes.
Next, we have the first reading of ordinance 1269-2018. Glenn, you want to take care of this, please?
Sure. An ordinance implementing the collective bargaining agreement between the Borough of Mountainside and the Mountainside PBA Local 126 for the period of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2021. This is the first introduction.
The first reading, do we have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patter?
Yes.
Next, we have a motion to approve a raffle application for the Mountainside PTO for an on-premise draw raffle and the New Jersey Association of Twin Mothers Club, Inc. for a 50/50 off-premise draw raffle. Somebody want to make that motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Glenn, you want to do bills and claims?
Certainly. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following bills of the persons named and for the amounts stated below have been duly audited and found to be correct this 18th day of September 2018. The same be paid after council's review, if and when funds are available, and that the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for same. Total $187,402.47.
We have a motion to pay the bills. Is there a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Nestor?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patter?
Yes.
Okay, we have any council comments?
I have a few, Mr. Mayor. There's some goings-on at the library, and I'll give you the highlights, but for additional information, please go to the library website or visit the library in person. There's autumn story times, and this is for young people, toddlers through preschoolers. The Squiggle Club, this is for artists and readers, second grade up to, on the third Friday of each month. Kaylee the Therapy Dog, and this is for a beginning readers. They can read to Kaylee the Therapy Dog, and this will be on Friday afternoons. A Sleepy Hollow Halloween Show. This will be on Tuesday, October the 9th. History Alive, Thomas Alva Edison, Thursday evening, October the 4th, from 7 to 7:45, a presentation about the great inventor. A seminar on positive aging, Sage Elder Care, will be in the library on Thursday, October the 4th. Another seminar, Balance and Fall Prevention Workshop. This will be on Friday, October the 5th. And the Friends of the Library book sale will be in later October. Donation days are Saturday, October 20th through Wednesday, October 24th, and the sale is the 25th through 29th of October. Thank you.
We will be celebrating the Mountainside Youth Baseball 8Us for winning the regional championship. We will have a parade on Saturday, October 27th, with the rain date being Sunday, October 28th. We will line the streets as we do normally for the season parade, the opening seasoning parade for baseball. So we ask that you all come out and cheer them on, and hope that you'll be part of that. Thank you.
Mayor, Mr. Romack, what date are we going to start collecting leaves? Is it November 6th, or is it?
It's the Monday that week.
Okay. So if you want to put leaves out in front of your house in the bags, the town will come around and collect them up. But don't do mulch leaves where they're real heavy for the workers to pick them up and throw them into the truck. So under 50 pounds. Okay, and they'll be picking them up constantly from that point on till when?
Well, more or less, no rocks, those big leaves, because they'll reject the entire load if you do that. Some people like the mulch
weight exceed 50 pounds, and you cannot make a weight over 50 pounds. So that's you mulch your buildings and your leaf route. The weight is 75 or 80 pounds, and then if it rains, bottoms fall out.
And also the second peak newsletter came out this week, or the end of last week, and there's a lot of information about the town, about goings on for the next 3 months. Different activities are going on, different, probably a lot of the things that Glenn mentioned about the library are in there, different groups and towns that have different things going on. So if you got it in the mail, which every resident should have, look at it. There's a lot of really good things in there to tell you about what's going on in Mountainside.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah, I have a statement. As the mayor of the Borough of Mountainside, I would like to clear up inaccuracies contained in a letter to the editor published last week in the Westfield Leader regarding the departure of 2 members of the police department. Borough Council publicly approved settlement agreements with 2 now former officers on August 7th. That work session and all work sessions are open to the public and are often reported in the media, including the Leader. The August 7th meeting was no different, as the authors of the letter to the editor know, since they were present. In fact, the Leader reported on agreements extensively on August 9th and the 23rd, and the Union Daily News wrote an article on August 20th detailing how the agreement saved taxpayers money. To recap the meeting, under those agreements, the officers were removed from the borough's payroll effectively July 20th, and they released the borough from paying them for accrued sick days, unused vacation days, and other benefits. The borough was required by law to pay them their overtime up through their departure, a total of about $40,000. Neither officer received a penny that we were not obligated by law to give to them. As we have said before, copies of the agreements are available to the public. Let me be clear, the council has no input in any decision regarding the officer's pension. That decision rests entirely with the State Pension Board. We have provided the Pension Board with a copy of the agreements as requested. We are not protecting these officers, and any statements to the contrary is nothing more than political posturing. And to be fully accurate and in contrast with what was stated in the letter from the candidates, Montez and Mohitra, council minutes are reviewed and approved regularly. They are completely up to date and available on the borough website. I know this is the campaign season and we anticipate differences of opinions. However, the facts are the facts, and Montez and Mohitra should present those facts accurately. Now, if anyone from the audience would like to make a statement, then come forward. We need you to give us your name and your address, please.
Mayor, Council, and Board, my name is Frank Kelly. I live at 1160 Ridge Drive in Mountainside. As most of you know, me and my family have lived in Mountainside for over half a century. And I'm here tonight to congratulate our newest council member, Rachel Pater. She is a great neighbor. She has many talents, which more than I know she will share with the town of Mountainside. Rachel is invested in Mountainside quite heavily, and believes in the values that make this town so great. I also share those values, as do many, many people in this town also realize. I fully endorse Rachel Pater for the newest council member and wish her very good well, and will support her in the upcoming election. Good luck, and you'll be wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Danny Fabes, 9 Mountain View Drive. Regarding your statement, Mr. Mayor, that all of the minutes are available, I just looked now, and the regular session minutes from July are not there. And there was a lot of very good information there that has not, I mean, those minutes have been approved, so I
Well,
would
they-
think
they
that they should be there.
They should be. If they're not, we'll make sure that they are.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Steve Dardanello from 1196 Blazo Terrace, and I just came here tonight to say a few supporting words for our newest councilwoman, Mrs. Pater. Mrs. Pater and I both moved to Mountainside in 2011. Our boys went to preschool together, and they've continued to be friends. Rachel and her family is a great family. She's always looking to help out in the community, at school, and I think she'll be dedicated to this council and to the town. And I give her our full support for the upcoming election. Thank you.
Thank you.
Honourable Mayor, Council members, my name's Ted Lestrange. I'm not a resident of Mountainside. My address is 43 Prospect Hill Road, Cuddybackville, that's New York. My topic is not local at all. It's external affairs, if that's okay. And I've entitled this Genocide by Scalpel, because that's a title given by one of the investigators into forced organ harvesting in China. Their updated research concludes that China's hospitals transplant between 60,000 and 100,000 vital human body organs each year. But China has no real organ donation program. Here in the US, with the most sophisticated organ transplant system in the world, a patient can wait 2 to 3 years just for a matching organ to become available. In China, the waiting time is measured in weeks. An organ transplant tourist to China, including one from Mountainside, can arrange a specific date for their operation, which unfortunately means that someone to be killed on their behalf on that date. It's a cultural taboo in China to donate one's organs after death. So what's the source of all these organs? Translation.
Speak up a little bit, please.
Translation of these facts equates to tens of thousands of prisoners of conscience each year being killed for their organs. Most of these prisoners of conscience are Falun Gong practitioners, but also Tibetans, Uyghurs, and House Christians. They're routinely blood tested and their organs examined while held in China's forced labor camps, detention centers, and black jails. I have a quote. On June 13th, 2016, the U.S. House of Representatives unanimously passed Resolution 343, which in a summary section, quote, condemns the practice of state-sanctioned forced organ harvesting in China, close quote. The European Parliament has also passed similar resolutions. This has been happening for over 18 years. There's still a deathly silence on this issue. And that is why I've come before you, the elected and respected representatives of the community, to echo the heavy burden of this genocide as acknowledged by the House. China's total control of its own media and way beyond that. So it comes down to this type of word of mouth to divulge what's happening. Many dedicated researchers have gathered an enormous amount of data from current and archived hospital websites, medical journals, local media reports, telephone surveys, and other evidence for the 865 hospitals in China that have performed these organ transplants. Some books are now being written and documentaries have been produced with more comprehensive information, so I brought along this package for your kind attention. And I thank you very much for your interest.
Thank you.
Thank you. You just give it to our administrator.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Oh.
Hello, I'm Isham Erotra. I live at 215 Queens Lane. I just have a couple of questions regarding the Councilwoman Fetch Kakemo's resignation. Just want to know when she submitted her notice of resignation, and yeah, I guess that's the first question.
I believe it was last week, right? Or when did it, Jimmer, when did she submit that?
Sorry.
What was the date, Wendy?
When did Wendy submit the resignation? Was it Monday?
I believe so.
Yeah, Monday.
Okay. And we just want to know why the town was never notified of the resignation. I feel like that was like an important thing that we voted for, and as constituents should be notified as soon as that's public information.
Happened yesterday, and we're here notifying you today, so that's pretty quick.
Oh, so you were able to get the 3 names and everything in one day?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
I believe, though, she withdrew from campaigning, though, sometime last week.
Thank you.
Okay.
My name's Liz Truman, and I live at 355 Cherry Hill Road. I was also kind of surprised about the appointment because I also didn't know that there was a resignation. I was wondering, you said it's basically the law that requires that an appointment be done?
Yes.
It requires it within what time frame of the resignation?
I believe it's 15 days, but I'm not sure. If you want to call my office tomorrow, I'll give you a hard answer.
Yeah, I was just wondering because it seems that, you know, since this is an elected position, it just seemed to me to be a little bit crazy to appoint someone at this late date. But if it's the law, you know, it's the law. Nothing you can do about it, right?
As a matter of fact, the statute distinguishes between temporal periods with respect to the procedure to be followed. And I believe that the temporal period that applies under the statute in this situation was after September 1st.
Okay. And also, if she's just appointed today, I also find it kind of silly that you chose to vote on the various things that came up tonight, and why I'm surprised that you didn't abstain. If you're just appointed
She
today,
certainly has the right to vote on...
I'm asking her, excuse me.
I'm answering for her. She has the right to vote for whatever resolutions are here before us.
Of course she does. She has the right, but I just think it's kind of inappropriate. If you're
I don't.
Okay.
So I read them ahead of time and I voted.
Okay. All right. So I'm here to ask a question about the commuter parking. I was here in February, and I brought up the issue of commuter parking. I was actually pretty pleased to see that there were additional spots that were created at the library for this, and I believe, so those spots, just talking about the time frame, I was here in February and ground was broken on those in March, so I was pretty pleased about that. Looked like they were basically ready around April 1st. I don't know why they weren't assigned. So you were here, I was at a meeting in the summer, okay, maybe it was June, when you announced, okay, we have spots, they're going to be allocated. It is now September, and those spots are not being used. So it's been April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months that these spots are there, the taxpayers paid for them, but they haven't been they haven't been assigned to people. There's a wait list, which still, there's like no transparency on the commuter waiting list. I have a friend who said she called and she's number 13, and when her husband called, they were number 7. The tax money was spent for the spots to take care of a problem to satisfy the residents, yet nobody's using those spots, and no revenue is being collected on those spots. So I'd like to understand why that is.
Couple of reasons. Number one, we were waiting for the library to decide whether they wanted those spots for their employees or not. And it took the library a month or so to make that decision. Following their decision, we need to number the spots because we don't want to have a fight down there. Now, we can't go down with a spray can and just number the spots. We have to have a professional company that goes in with the letters, with the numbers, and they have to spray paint the numbers on there. So if we have a company come in specially to do those numbers, it'll cost us an extra $1,000 or more to have them come for one stop. We're waiting for our latest road pavement to be painted with stop bars. and then they will come and do the numbers.
That is
Okay?
unacceptable, and
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the fact, okay? I'm sorry if it's unacceptable.
it's unacceptable because 6 months for the library to give you an answer on if they want it for their people and then to get the numbers painted. I mean, this is an issue for residents. You're not serving your residents. Your residents need these spots. And by the way, if you'd collected revenue on those spots for the last 6 months, you could have paid for the painting. Okay?
Thank you.
The second issue relates to the lawsuit. And I just want to, mention, I've been at every council meeting every month since this debacle became public. And the council is silent on it, except for Mr. Mirabelli, who, in my opinion, often responds to residents in a rather condescending way, telling us that we are confused about the facts, or we don't understand. You've told me I don't understand. You've told Ms. Montez that she's confused. Mr. Mayor, we're not confused, we're concerned. And, you've said on several occasions, you've repeated your line that what is in the complaint does not represent my values nor the values of Mountainside. You've also said to me that you, quote, did not bring this lawsuit on. And I disagree. I believe that the inaction of this governing body to address issues within its ranks is exactly what brought this suit on. And as egregious as those allegations are about the officer's behavior, I want to remind you, and I want to remind the residents of this town, that that lawsuit is not against those officers. That lawsuit is against our borough and you guys. And I think that a little bit of humility and a respect for the residents when we're upset about it is in order. If these aren't your values, you should have done something to stop this behavior when it was brought to your attention. This mismanagement is the reason that we're in this mess. And I wholeheartedly agree with this statement that the culture of corruption could not have existed without a complacent governing body. Thank you.
Margaret Helen, 240 Beechwood Court, Mountainside. The addition of Rachel Patter, am I pronouncing your name?
Pater.
Pater.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I found it distasteful tonight that several people took this opportunity to campaign on your behalf for the upcoming election. That's political posturing. And as a citizen of Mountainside, I found that very distasteful. This is not the forum to be campaigning. Okay? Thank you.
Anyone else? Just to respond, the quote, corruption or allegations, none of them have been proven yet. So please don't turn allegations into facts unless you know what the real facts are. And I say that with great respect. I know what the difference between allegations are and a fact. Okay, we're gonna go in.
If you're gonna respond now, then may I continue?
No, you had your opportunity. Okay, yes, go ahead, come on up. You love to come up and talk, so come on up. I don't want to stop you,
I
go.
actually don't love to come up and talk, but I exercise my right as a citizen to voice my opinion, so.
Okay. All right, anyone else? Okay, we have a resolution to go into closed session, whereas the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey permits the public to be excluded from certain matters to be discussed by the governing body, whereas the mayor and council desire to discuss personnel, which is a matter where the exclusion of the public is permitted, and whereas the public disclosure of the results of this discussion will be made. as soon as the matter discussed has been resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the aforesaid matter shall be discussed in closed session upon adoption of the resolution. And we're going to discuss personnel matters. We need a motion to go into exec.
So moved.
Second.
Second, we're going into exec.